My cousin Alex tried to warn me. More than once, actually. He told me straight up that Anna, my girlfriend at the time, seemed way more into my apartment than she was into me. But I brushed him off. I thought he was just being overly suspicious or maybe a little jealous. I mean, Anna seemed amazing, driven, thoughtful, responsible. She was in her final year of college, juggling exams, her future, and still finding time for me. We had plans. Or at least I thought we did. Back then, Anna and I had been dating for a while and things felt stable. She talked about maybe moving back to her small hometown after graduation, but I knew that would kill our relationship. Long distance wasn't something I could handle, especially not the twice-a-month kind of relationship. So, after weeks of back and forth weighing every possibility, I decided to propose something more permanent. I asked her to move in with me. She agreed. Soon, Anna was living in my modest one-bedroom apartment in the city. We'd only head out to visit her parents during holidays or birthdays. In the meantime, she picked up a job at a flower shop, and I landed a solid position at a reputable company. The downside. The job involved travel. A lot of it. I'd be gone for a night or two each week, sometimes over weekends, visiting different branch offices around the region. It wasn't ideal, but the pay was good, so I rolled with it. Whenever I got home from a trip, the apartment would be spotless. Immaculate even. There'd usually be something amazing roasting in the oven. A herb chicken, slow-cooked pork, or even a goose on occasion. Felt like coming home to someone who genuinely cared. But then, gradually, things began to change. One night, I came home to the smell of fries. That's it. Just fries tossed in a pan. No seasoning, no sides. I didn't think much of it at first. Figured maybe she was tired. But then it happened again. And again. By the fourth or fifth time, I started noticing more than just lazy dinners. There were empty pizza boxes in the trash. More than a few. So I asked her casually, "Hey, Anna, where's all this pizza coming from? Who are you eating with?" She shrugged, almost bored. "Just me. You're never around, so why would I go through the trouble of cooking a whole meal? I order and binge some shows past the time. Same old stuff." It felt off. Her tone, her body language. Like I wasn't supposed to care. The next day, she had a shift at the flower shop, but I had the day off. I stayed home, shuffled around in my slippers, sipping coffee and catching up on the news. Around mid-morning, the doorbell rang. I wasn't expecting anyone, so I threw on a robe and opened the door. Standing there was a woman from the building across the street. Someone I'd seen at community meetings. She looked uncomfortable and annoyed. "I really had a different opinion of you," she said without greeting. "How can you not be embarrassed?" I was completely caught off guard. "Excuse me. You seem so polite at meetings, but now? Shame on you." I invited her inside, hoping to understand what the hell was going on. She sighed. "My son Ethan, he just turned 13. Got a pair of binoculars for his birthday. He wanted to test them out before an upcoming school hiking trip, so he pointed them toward your building, just messing around." She paused, clearly uncomfortable. "And?" prompted. "Well, he suddenly got quiet. I asked if the binoculars weren't working, and he just stammered. So I took a look myself. He'd been looking into your kitchen. You and your girlfriend were in there, doing something that belongs behind closed doors. With the blinds drawn." Froze. She continued. "Look, I get it. You're young, your blood's hot. But have some respect for your neighbors, especially when kids live nearby." I stammered. "Wait, when did this happen?" "His birthday. The 18th. And again 2 days ago." I thanked her, apologized profusely, and she left, shaking her head. The moment the door closed, my heart dropped. I pulled up my work calendar. I was out of town on both the 18th and the 20th. So, if someone had been in my kitchen with Anna during those times, it wasn't me. Everything started crashing down. Alex's warnings suddenly rang louder in my ears. Maybe Anna hadn't been in love with me at all. Maybe she just liked the city life. The apartment. The independence. Still, I didn't want to jump to conclusions. Maybe the neighbor kid made a mistake. Maybe he'd been looking into someone else's unit. But deep down I knew. I needed proof. Cold, irrefutable proof. The next day I found Ethan outside. "Hey buddy, I heard you got some cool new binoculars for your birthday." He blinked. Yeah. Think I could borrow them? Just for a bit. I'll even pay." He hesitated, then nodded. We agreed I'd drop by after school while his parents were still out. I brought some pastries to sweeten the deal, helped him with homework, and handed him a little cash for the rental, along with a promise to keep this between us. That evening I dressed in a suit, grabbed my briefcase, and told Anna I was heading out of town overnight for work. She did her usual fake pout, kissed me goodbye, and said she'd miss me. I left and headed straight to Ethan's apartment. We set up on his balcony, binoculars ready. Crouched low, heart pounding. His view offered a perfect line of sight into my kitchen. About 90 minutes later I saw him, a man in my kitchen. Anna walked in, greeted him like he was someone she deeply missed, poured him a drink. Then, they started undressing. Right there. In my kitchen. Had my answer. I thanked Ethan, handed him a little more money, and gave him some light-hearted advice about how the world doesn't always make sense. How sometimes people you trust will betray you. He looked confused, but I figured it wouldn't be the worst lesson to learn early. Then I went home. I walked in, quiet as a ghost, and there they were, locked in each other's arms. Clothes half on, faces full of panic. "Who the hell are you?" the guy stammered. "I'm the pizza recipient," I replied coolly. Anna scrambled. "He's just delivering pizza." "Right," I said. "Was it undercooked? Needed to finish it in the oven or something?" "He's just a friend from back home. We went to school together." "Oh well then," I said dryly. "Pop the champagne. Let's celebrate this epic 8th grade reunion." They didn't even try to lie after that. Just grabbed whatever they could, avoiding eye contact, and bolted out like dogs that had been caught chewing on furniture. Anna only returned once to pick up a few things. I don't know where she is now. Most of her friends are married with kids. I doubt they're offering her a spare room. As for Pizza Boy, I didn't let him off the hook either. I found the pizzeria's number on one of the old boxes. Called the manager. Gave him a vivid play-by-play of just how long their delivery guy stuck around. I also dropped a few hints about reporting them to authorities for inappropriate conduct on deliveries. Next day the manager called me back, apologized and said the guy had been fired. He also offered me a free extra-large pizza. Somehow, I didn't feel like celebrating with a slice. I'm officially done with Anna. I'm boxing up the rest of her belongings and shipping them to her parents' address. I don't care where she ends up. I just want my life back. My peace, my space, my dignity. Alex was right. She wasn't in love with me. She was in love with the life I gave her. But I've taken that life back. She can figure out the rest on her own.